Welcome to Lakes. Today our Lakes service engineer is installing the Grenada, consisting of the Barbados hinge door and side panel from our island range. For ease and safety, we advise that 2 people assemble this product. Whilst carrying the enclosure to your desired location, make sure any packaging remains in place to avoid damage. Then once you're ready to unbox the product, use a retractable knife with the blade no longer than the thickness of the cardboard, cutting around edges as carton directs. Unpack the goods, ensuring that exposed glass edges or corners do not come in contact with any hard surfaces. Whilst precautions are taken in manufacture, care must be taken when handling as rail edges may be sharp. Check that all listed parts and fittings have been included. In the unlikely case that you may have damaged or missing parts, contact our customer service team. Before drilling into walls, check for cables and pipes and make sure that all surfaces are dry, clean and free from loose debris and dust. Ensure the tray is completely level and all tray wall edges are completely sealed prior to installation. Do not begin installation on a tray which has not been fully sealed. The following tools and suggested health and safety equipment will be required for the installation. During the installation, protect the shower surface at all times. It's now time to begin the installation process. You can find both wall profile locations using the X and Y dimensions. Refer to the table in the side panel instructions provided. Measure and mark screw positions once the wall profile is plumb. Then drill with an 8mm bit and then plug the walls. To ensure the unit stands correctly on the tray, the wall profiles must be positioned as specified, with the foam seal towards the front, outside of the tray or base. Fix both wall profiles using 4mm by 45mm screws. We now advise to set up the hinge panel. The hinge panel sub-assembly is supplied with hinge pins facing one another. Before fitting the panel to the hinge side wall profile, you will need to reverse the top hinge and then fit the bottom channel. Undo and remove the 4 clamp screws indicated. Flip the hinge bracket over. Fit and retighten the clamp screws. On completion, both hinge pins will be upright. Apply a continuous bead of clear silicone to the inside of the bottom channel, then carefully push up to the vertical profile, then onto the glass bottom edge. A mallet or hammer and wood block may be used. Take care not to bend the trim. Moving to the side panel, as with the hinge panel, apply a continuous bead of clear silicone sealant to the inside of the bottom channel, then carefully push up to the vertical profile, then onto the glass bottom edge. A mallet or hammer and wood block may be used, and again take care not to bend the trim. You will find a striker rail included in the door box. Please note this isn't required for the Grenada configuration. Lift the panels onto their relevant wall profiles, push fully back to the wall and down onto the tray or base. The hinge panel is fitted with the hinges to the front, outside. Engage bracket onto the hinge back plate and push up to the side wall. Level and mark hole positions. These are the centre of the slots in brackets. Remove bracket, drill the wall plugs. Refit bracket and ensure the panel is parallel to the tray or base front edge. Fix bracket to the wall only at this stage. Fit the magnetic seal to the side panel lead edge. Align with the top of the glass and press fit onto the side panel edge. Then moving to the edge seal on the hinge panel, align to the top of the glass and fit the seal to the edge of the hinge panel with the lip to the inside. After deciding which handing is required, ensure the door is in the correct orientation. The hinge for the bottom is located 95mm from the base of the door, and the top hinge sits 135mm from the top edge of the door. Ensure there is one gasket for each face of the glass. Do not apply the top cap at this stage. Fully tighten the clamp screws. Align the magnetic seal end with the top of the glass. Press fit onto door edge. Moving on to fitting the island handle. Locate the side of the bar which has 2 recesses and line these up with the grub screw on the one handle and insert. Locate the grub screw in the recess and tighten, ensuring the grub screw is properly located. Loosen the grub screw slightly, making sure there is now play for the bar but not enough for the bar to lose its position. Fit the handle to the door with the plastic spacers, then fit the other handle on the bar, ensuring the grub screw is locating in the opposite recess. Once located, position the handle and tighten the first grub screw. This will clamp the handle to the door. Fit spacer block to the bottom of the door glass towards the outer corner. Moving on to fitting the door. It is recommended that 2 persons carry out this part of the installation. With the door approximately 60 to 90 degrees open, carefully lift the door, align both hinges and lower the door onto the hinge panel. Push door towards the closed position until the door drops and the risers engage correctly. Please note, after assembly, door weight must be supported at all times until the hinge panel is screwed to the wall profile. Each wall profile and hinge provide up to 15mm adjustment. With the door on the support block and in the closed position, manoeuvre and adjust hinge panel and side panel, then hinges, until the magnets meet and hold. Loosen the 4 clamp screws with 1 turn only. Never remove the screws with the door fitted. Adjust the hinges as necessary, then re-tighten the clamp screws. Check all panels are plumb. Then from the inside of the enclosure, using wall profile holes as a guide, drill 3mm diameter holes, affix panel to wall profiles with 3.5mm by 8mm screws. Fit screw cover sections. Using the wall bracket adjusting screws, align and lock the hinge panel parallel to the front tray base. The support block may now be removed. After adjustment, tighten all bracket grub screws and fit the bracket covers. Now moving on to the bracing bar installation. Measure from the wall to the inside of the side panel glass. Cut the bracing bar to X minus 12mm measurement. Then loosely assemble wall brackets and glass brackets to the bar. Mark the wall bracket position and remove the bracing assembly. Then drill and plug the holes. Fix the wall bracket to the wall, then fit the rest of the bracing assembly and fix by tightening the grub screws on the top of the bracket. Now for the threshold bar. Insert the notched end of the bar under the glass corner. Position down to the tray base and up to the bottom trim. Hold parallel to the tray front. Offer the corner trim up to the side panel base trim and mark required threshold bar length. Neatly square cut bar to length. Offer the threshold bar and corner trim into final position as a check, then set aside until ready for the final silicone sealing. And next we will fit the bottom seal. As supplied, the bottom seal is over length and requires cutting. With the drip lip to the inside, offer the seal 2mm from the side panel magnet. 45-degree faces 2mm apart. At the hinge side of the glass door, mark the seal flush to the glass edge. Remove and neatly cut the seal to length. Reposition and press fit seal fully onto door bottom edge. Readjust hinges to fine-tune the door magnets. Visually check both hinges for riser clearance. If one shows clearance, turn its take-up screw until castellated faces of white plastic risers are in full contact when the door is in the closed position. After adjusting the take-up, fit the top caps to the door hinges, then select and fit relevant top caps and rest on top of profile cavities. Now fit the threshold items that you've set aside earlier. This is the last step before sealing the enclosure. It is recommended to clean all surfaces before applying silicone. With the threshold items in place and aligned as necessary, and with the door closed, apply a continuous bead of clear silicone sealant, starting 50mm up the wall profile, applying to the vertical joints. After installation, do not wet the enclosure for at least 48 hours to ensure full cure of silicone sealant. Now your Grenada should be fully installed. For any further help or guidance, visit our website lakessshoweringspaces.com or call our installation and customer service team on 01684 853 870. Thank you for watching.